poppin' gamers? The 7 hells, or 7 infernal regions, is in the Dota world where the bad guys go when they die. Each hell has different residents and punishments, depending on the crime of the dead soul or occupation and specialization of the demon living there. The hell I have illustrated is based on all the information we have about the 7 hells in the Dota world, which is very scarce, plus the 9 hells from Dante's Inferno. Turning 9 hells into 7, while also having it make sense with what little information we have in Dota, was a little bit difficult, but all in all I'm pretty happy with the result. But bear in mind that this is my rendition of what it looks like in my mind when I think about it, and it's more meant as something you can just look at so it's easier to digest what I'm saying. It's not necessarily like this actually canonically in the lore, but it's more so that when I, for example, talk about Terrorblade or Queen of Pain, like, you can have a place to, put them, because the brain likes to organize things. So it's just to make it easier, but it is my headcanon. The Hell of Dota 2 is both a biome with natural inhabitants and an afterlife. We know this from Dota 2 voice lines. Sometimes it's split into and divided into the upper, outer, and lower hells. They are ruled by the Demon Lords, which includes Doom, Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Demon. The Demon Lords have access to the terrain plane as they wish, but lesser demons, like Queen of Pain and Warlock's Golem, have to be summoned. All demons and demonically influenced speak the demon language, Oskavosh. Each hell is incredibly hot and separated by a membrane. There's an institution of sorts for demons called the Court of Ristel. We don't know a whole lot about it other than that it may be ruled by Shadow Fiend, and that they helped Rix take the oath and raise the dead after he lost to Legion Commander. They may also have done a deal with the Cursed Satyr. But what is each hell for, and who are the demons? Let's go through each hell and each demon one by one. So I can hear the lore nerds cringing at me putting Aziog in hell, because it isn't really a part of hell. It's actually just a civilization living underneath volcanoes. But like I mentioned earlier, I put them here because that gives me an excuse to talk about them, and some people actually do believe that they are demons. Just a kind more similar to the kind on the terrain plane than the other demon kinds. The Abyssal Horde attacks the surface and collects slaves and bones to build their empire. In order to reach the surface, they must travel through the Underlord's Dark Rift. One time was when attacking Stonehall, Legion Commander's home. She managed to fight them off, but Stonehall and the Bronze Legion was completely destroyed. From Dante's Inferno, the first hell is Limbo, where unbaptized children and virtuous people who don't believe in Christianity go. The second hell is for the lustful, according to Dante's Inferno, so this is where I put Queen of Pain and other succubi. She was summoned by the King of Els to tend to his eccentric tastes for women, but he got so addicted to her that his people eventually rebelled and threw him out of the window. This freed her to torment anyone she wants on the terrain plane. Maybe the second hell, since it's so close to the terrain plane, is where demons are most often summoned from. For this reason I've also placed Anesix, Shadow Demon, and Warlock's Golem in the second hell. Anesix is one of the Underlords, not to be confused with Vrogos, the Underlord from the Abyssal Horde. She's one of the many people fighting to become the Lord of Whitespire. She's an earthbound demon like Quap and knows her personally. She knows all of the demons by the look of it, and the Court of Ristel too. Warlock is, unlike his Oglodi kind, living a more scholarly life rather than a brutish like Axe. He studied demonology and is able to summon a golem, which knows Terrorblade. Shadow Demon's lore, very simplified, is that he's one of the demon lords who one day got summoned to Earth. He granted wishes and gave power to people, and over time more and more powerful people wanted his service. Little did they know that he was deceiving them. And while they all thought they alone were his master, none of them were. It was in fact Shadow Demon who had enslaved them. He had slowly over time taken over their minds and corroded them. Shadow Fiend found out about this when he was going to devour a soul, but it tasted foul. When he found out about Shadow Demon's planned coup, he and Doom together took this cult down. They completely destroyed him and his servants, except for one little demon Shadow. Over the next centuries, he slowly regained his strength and grew, one touch and taint at a time. Now he is complete and is ready to once again prove himself the most strong and popular. The third hell is the gluttonous one according to Dante, for those who just consume endlessly. Because of Shadow Fiend's endless thirst for souls, I have placed him here. Like Doom and maybe Shadow Demon, he is one of the Demon Lords. He is from the Abyssum where he collects his souls. No one knows why he collects them and what he does with them, but it's highly likely that he needs to consume them to sustain. He talks about some master who he is collecting them for, and that may be Doom. but after this point it's all speculation. The fourth hell is the hell of greed. We don't know anything about it or parallels between it and Dante's Inferno. For the sake of this video, though, I have placed Foulfell and Terrorblade in the fourth hell. Foulfell is the hell of hells. That's where the demons imprison their own. While Terrorblade seems like the kind of demon that inhabits the 6th or 7th hell, he was imprisoned in Foulfell after breaking every rule and insulting every demon lord. He is an agent of chaos, an edgelord who just wants to watch the world burn. In Foulfell, the prisoners are surrounded by enchanted mirrors, which reflects your inner, most disgusting self. For most demons, this would be intolerable, the worst punishment thinkable. But Terrorblade, of course, accepted his grotesque subconscious and used it for empowerment instead. He escaped Foulfell and is once again free to troll anyone he may want to shake up. Or at least that's his superficial lore. I personally think there is much more to it, as he is one of my favorite heroes, but I will save that for his individual hero lore video. Another demon that escaped Foulfell is Armageddon, Chaos Knight's horse. The fifth plane is the plane of wrath and sloth. As many other lore nerds, I too believe this is the hell of forging and smithing. But I also, considering Dante's parallel, think that here the slothful spirits go. The worst punishment for them would be to slave away working at the smithies all day, being yelled at by wrathful, angry demons. Another demon we know from the fifth is the one that Lion made a deal with. But then the demon made a better deal with Lion's enemies and backstabbed him. This enraged Lion, and so he went to the fifth hell and slayed it. He took the demon's arm as his own, turning him into an abomination of a man, demonic and evil, rage incarnate. This is also maybe where Legion Commander got her Arcana in order to hunt down the Abyssal Horde and get revenge. The sixth hell is, according to Dante's Inferno, the hell of heresy. But remember, there's 9 hells in Dante's Inferno, while only 7 in Dota 2's. So I also added the 8th hell here, the hell of fraud. So heretics, just like Terrorblade, and thieves and deceptive assholes, just like Terrorblade. While he may have been imprisoned in the 4th, I think it's fairly obvious that he originates from the 6th. It's also where Merexiform, the demon Clinks fought, is from. Whoever would kill the demon would be granted immortality, but when Clinks shot his last arrow at the gates of the 6th hell, he was set on fire and gained immortality while also burning to death. This has put him in a never-ending state of alive, but a burning skeleton. The 7th is the circle of violence, and the 9th is of treachery. So I have given the 7th of Dota 2 hell both of those tags. They fit very well with Lucifer the Doom, who is basically the devil from Christianity. He was once a general from the realm behind the light, and when he refused to kneel, he was cast out for the sin of defiance. They rang his name 6 times in the Bell of Veshendal. Some people put Veshendal in hell, but I don't think so. I think it's found likely wherever Doom is from, heaven or whatever. They burned his wings 66 times until there was nothing left but stumps. Without the wings, he fell to earth. How he became what I assume is the top dog demon, we don't know. But somehow he got to hell, and is with a special sword able to cut his way between them as he wishes. He fits violence well because he likes the pain he inflicts on those lesser than him, and I would also maybe add the sin of pride to the 7th hell. His defiance against the realm of behind the light was because of pride after all. So that's it for the 7 hells of the Dota world and the demons within it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for 2.5k subscribers. Whenever I see the number, I can't properly believe it. Hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and you're ready for an even spookier video next time about the undead heroes of the Dotaverse. Until next time, peace! She's one of the people fighting to become the Lord of Shitespire.